So as I'm sure you are all aware, Ghost of Tsushima is finally coming to PC within about 4-5 weeks roughly, and it will be releasing. And they just showed off the spec spreadsheet and what you'll need to run the game. But for those who haven't seen anything about it, there's your system requirements. It's pretty good, it's not too bad, let's just hope the game runs well. So if you want to pause this and have a look at it, you can if you want. But there were also some other cool things announced alongside this system requirement stuff. An in-game overlay for your PSN, trophy support for PC, and possibly cross-progression. I don't know if that's true or not, I haven't looked into that one, but the other two definitely true. But if you can log into your PSN, I'm sure you can transfer your saves, but don't hold me to that. And this is where all the salt comes from in this video. Also, I forgot to mention they'll be doing crossplay for the multiplayer component, so there you go, an even sweeter deal for this game. But this tweet in particular really did piss off a lot of people, and a lot of people don't like that this could mean that they're building up the infrastructure for eventual day and date with the PC. And I'm sure with Helldiver's success, it really helped with the momentum to get this overlay out and all the other features that they want for possible day and date in the future. I guess selling roughly 60% of your copies for a singular game on PC really does change a man's opinion. So the first tweet we'll be taking a look at isn't necessarily salt or anything in general, it's just someone stating something that really held them back from going to PC, and I think this person perfectly describes it. Crossplay, PS overlay, trophies for PC players. I think this stops me from ever buying a PS5. And I saw a lot of similar comments like this saying how trophies were the only thing, or cross-progression and crossplay were the only things ever holding them back from moving to PC completely. And now with the creation of this and the implementation of this in Ghost, it really doesn't stop them from moving to PC for the full part now. So now let's actually get into the salt. Terrible news, if they want to protect their trophy ecosystem, they will have to use some sort of DRM, which will delay the crack, which means I may not be able to play on day one. Accept the worst, but hope for the best. Who cares if they cheat achievements in? At the end of the day, they bought the game. Who cares? They own it. They're allowed to do whatever they want. They're not getting an advantage over anyone else. If it's an opt-in overlay, I'm fine with it. I don't plan on ever using the overlay whenever I play Ghost, and who really cares if they bothered to go out of their way to mod the game, cheat in the game? It's all single player. If it was multiplayer, that would be a different story. The scary thing is about this is that I'm sure that there are some people that would actually listen to this and actually take on this information, add DRM because of these issues. Nobody likes DRM. DRM can suck my nuts for all I care. It does nothing but makes performance worse. And who cares if people pirate the game? More people buy games on PC than pirate them. I don't know why that's still even a thing that's brought up anymore. Look at Helldiver's sales. That's a great example of people that weren't pirating the game. Wait a minute, didn't we just have this exact same song and dance when Xbox is bringing their games to PC and Xbox players were crying about how piracy is going to be a thing, achievements are going to be an issue? It's almost like this exact cycle is just repeating itself again. So on to the next tweet. What in this news update shows PlayStation moving to the same day and date on PC? Ghost of Tsushima is 4 years old, lol. It's getting trophy support and crossplay. Is why you think day one is coming sooner. Sony has said only games as a service are day one. They haven't said anything different. Do you remember when Xbox/Microsoft said only certain games are going to come to the PC and now all of them are day and date? Because they realized how much money they could make off of the PC platform. It was that big of a difference, it was worthwhile to go day and date, and I'm sure Sony will do the exact same thing. Why waste your time taking your time with that, when you can make as much money as soon as possible? I constantly saw a couple tweets from people saying that day and date is bad for PlayStation because somehow they'll make less money, and I will never understand how people can come to that conclusion. Wouldn't you want your company to be more successful so you can brag about it like you do on Twitter already? Wouldn't that be the best outcome that you could ask for in this situation? And also brag that people get to play the greatness of PlayStation on another platform, and that they should be privileged to play it? Okay, well that's all the tweets I really wanted to cover, so I think we're going to move on to the PlayStation blog. I didn't actually know they had a blog, but yeah, apparently they do. So now we'll be looking at a collection of comments, so we'll just go over each individual one. This game says, only on PlayStation on the cover, what a worthless tag. It's 2024, and people still cry about this? Insane. Yeah, seems like Sony became the masters of alienating their own consumers. You are right, Sony has broken its own kingdom by porting only PlayStation games on PC. They ruined PlayStation consoles and our trust. Bro, God forbid more people get to play the games that you like so much. Like, what could ever go wrong if more people get to play that game on their preferred platform? Why is this such an issue? Who cares if a game goes to another platform? Yeah, it does devalue the platform by some amount, but that's where the platform should compete by using the actual consoles themselves. The features that they offer, what do they do better than the other console? What if one of the consoles actually had some utility like the PC? What if it allows you to do some other things, like a PC? That would be an instant seller and easily better than the other console, but because they rely so heavily on the games, it's led them to this point, where people get so upset that people on another platform get to enjoy their game just like they got to enjoy them a couple years ago, because that's apparently an issue. Okay, let's move on to the next comment. I hope you'll separate the trophies with some PC labels or logos. Otherwise, we'll be plagued with cheated platinum trophies earned in 1 second on PC. There's an awful lot of cheaters on there. Don't let them destroy PSN trophies too. I have a little secret for you. You may not believe this, but it's a pretty interesting little secret I have to share with you. They bought the game, they can do whatever they want with it. Why is that so hard for any of you to understand? You know what, I'm gonna piss off some of these PlayStation guys by going to a key site and buying myself Ghost of Tsushima, a PC copy, for $50 cheaper off of a key site, because I've been looking at keys for it. I hope that makes someone upset that I'm able to buy a game that's not even out yet on PC for dirt cheap. I really have to ask this, but what is such a big deal about getting a trophy or getting the platinum trophies? Like, I wouldn't care if someone got achievements by cheating it. Like, what do they gain? What, they get to have it on their profile? Who really cares? They get to do whatever they want at that point. Does it really affect you that much that someone can go do that and you're not bothering to do it? Like, who cares? Don't bother interacting with that individual. Okay, we're up to the final two. This is the last straw, PlayStation. You clearly do not want me, as a consumer, with your decisions. What else? Stellar Blade PC release in June? Probable at this point. I do not know why. You copied last place Microsoft's strategy. I will be buying a Switch 2, which is a real console compared to PlayStation, unfortunately, and Xbox. I'm gonna sell my PS5 later. I look forward to your demise. It kinda scares me that these people are real and they have a right to vote in whichever country that they live. It's kind of scary to think that they value a console, a piece of plastic, that much, and just because more people get to play it, they're willing to just throw away their console. I really wonder, how do they get to this point in life? I don't think any amount of therapy will fix it. We just gotta chuck them into a coliseum and let them fight each other to the death. Now we are on to the final one. I saved best for last, and trust me, this one is a real special one. The PlayStation Civil War has begun. PC is a cancer to the PlayStation community. Not only Sony gave 2 big middle fingers to us, but we'll gladly return it back tenfold. In fact, I'm already hearing another batch of die-hard PlayStation fans are willing to resort to extremes like the French Revolution. That's right, guys, the French Revolution. They're gonna get out their guillotines, and they're gonna get all the PlayStation nobles. They're gonna take their heads from them. Yeah, this is getting real interesting, isn't it? This was the last straw. I feel bad for Sony. This company is about to taste its own greed war. Nexus Software, you're a plague to my PlayStation platform. I swear, this just has to be a joke. There ain't no way that they're gonna treat this like it's a full-on revolution in a country. That's right, guys. We're gonna treat a plastic box like it's an equivalent to a country changing leadership, or a changing of times in the country. Yeah, and it's all about this plastic box. A $500 plastic box, nonetheless. Like, this has to be fake. There is no way that someone's genuinely saying this with a straight face and looking for people that are like-minded in that exact same mindset. But at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me as PlayStation fanboys have done some pretty extreme things in the past. I've got all the character lore sorted out. Like, bro, we got the PC Master Race. They're like, oh, they've been treating us wrong for too long. It's about time that we revolted against these PC elitists and show them what us console players can truly do. Like, I've got the entire character lore down. It's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna make a whole Souls game dedicated to it. It's gonna be called Dark Souls 4, and it's gonna be all about the console platforms fighting against PC. I don't know about you, but Miyazaki, you might want to hire me. It's really scary to think that this could actually be a real opinion that someone's hold and not just one giant piss take to get someone like me to make a video on it, which is pretty funny. It is a pretty good, like, joke, but at the same time you can actually see it being pretty reasonable as they've done some pretty messed up shit in the past. But just imagine, if this is real, this person has a right to vote and he thinks PlayStation is comparable to a political party. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. But what have we learned? We've learned that a lot of people for some reason dislike it when more people get to play games and get to enjoy those games, and probably say that those games will be as good, and people can't live with that for some reason. I'm sure all of you watching this video can, I would hope. But that's it. I'll see you all in the next video. Help me reach 2,000 subs and I'll do what I promised. So, goodbye. I'll see you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.